Hello, welcome back. It's Goblin Gang again, and this weekend didn't go too well for us. As you can see, 71-72 for me, and my dad scored 111-86. Lost by 40 points. Probably one of the bigger losses this weekend. My dad did score the third most points in fantasy this week, and I scored the second least. A lot of low scores. Trevor Lawrence did not do too good after the weather delay. My top scorer, fantasy-wise, was Kyron Williams. Kind of surprised. Oh no, Justin Jefferson. Yeah, No, Kyron Williams. That's sad. On the bench, I did end up benching Garrett Wilson, which didn't go too well. Yeah, that wasn't very fun. Zach Ertz had a really good game, 10 points. And Nick Chubb, I was surprised, did very well. And Rashid Shaheed did have like 6 catches on 9 targets. So let's go into this week. I made some changes already. So Trevion Henderson had a pretty quiet game, but he's in again. So who was here? Justin Jefferson. I'm dropping Pacheco. I'm keeping him on my team, but I'm just dropping him to the bench. I still think he's going to be pretty good. Nick Chubb's actually projected pretty high, which he needs a touchdown to pay off, and I don't know if he'll get that. Who are they playing? The Bucks. And then I like Najee Harris. Okay, so I'm making a couple waiver claims, right? So I did move Zach Ertz in over Colston Loveland. I'm actually going to drop Colston Loveland when waiver claims. I'm adding Fannin Jr. for the Browns. Jerry Jeudy had a quiet game, right? I mean, he had 5 catches on 8 targets for 66 yards. Fannin Jr. is a rookie Browns tight end. He led the receiving room in targets, catches. I believe he had a touchdown too. He was huge. Let's look him up. Fannin Jr. I actually have him on my watch list. Yeah. Let's go watch list. Alright, watch list. Looking at kickers, I think I still want Butker. Butker looks pretty good, but Prater looked amazing. I don't know if you guys saw his game, but Prater, I didn't realize he was starting over Tyler Bass. I guess Tyler Bass is hurt, but he looks good. I also have Spencer Schrader here, who had a really good game, 5 for 5, or maybe 4 or 5 and 3 extra points, but he had 15 points. Number 1 kicker right now. Wide receivers, DeAndre Hopkins, I thought looked very good. He only had 2 catches though, but I just have him there. I'm not picking him up. Quentin Johnson had a really good game, 5 of 7 for 2 touchdowns. I don't think he's ever going to have a performance like that again, but one of the top wide receiver performances. I think Zay Flowers is the only one to outperform him this weekend. And then Calvin Austin had a good game, 4 of 6, and a touchdown. The thing is, the touchdown's huge. He'd have 9 points otherwise. Quentin Johnston would have 10 points otherwise without that. But touchdowns are huge. Juwan Johnson for tight end. I think he's my backup option right now. If I don't get Fannin Jr., but I think there's no way anyone's going to pick him up. If they do, they do. But where's Fannin Jr.? Harold Fannin Jr. 7 for 9, 63 yards, a touchdown. He also had a carry for 3 yards. He just looks explosive. He is, I think they said, the 3rd option on offense behind Jerry Jeudy and David Njoku. But Cedric Tillman also had a pretty exciting performance. Had a touchdown there as well, which had even a bigger game. The other dude I want to add, I'm dropping Chiefs defense, I think this week is my plan, and picking up Rams. I'm not making any claim on that. Fannin Jr. I have $13 on. Of the 100 fantasy bucks we have, right, for waiver claims. Kayshon Boutte, 6 catches, 8 targets, 100 yards. Very promising performance. I just don't know who to drop. And so I think I was going to put $7 in. That's what I was initially intending to do. Initially, my drop was going to be... Najee Harris. I don't have any injured players, which I actually like. So Colston Loveland's getting dropped. Chiefs defense is getting dropped potentially, which I don't really care too much about. So the guy I'm going to drop, I think, is Matthew Golden. I think he looks Matthew Golden, he plays Thursday. They say that he's the most promising wide receiver prospect, which I don't know. Jaden Reed had a few targets. Romeo Dobbs both out-targeted him. Tucker Kraft out-targeted him. Dontavian Wicks. There's so many different wide receivers. I think there's like 5 wide receivers with targets. A couple running backs. I mean, Jordan Love had 16 completions, and he probably threw to like 9 different guys. So, yeah. Matthew Golden. I'll get back to this later. I want to cover my other fantasy league real quick, but this is going to be the last thing I'm going to show you. And so I'll come back to that. I want to show you my school league, so let's go to that real quick. Okay, so I moved all the leagues from, so this is actually suits different, it's the other draft target slide, but I put it onto, this is my school thing, I put it on team names. I calculated the scores of every single team. I'm the only one to have a waiver wire pickup, and Debo Samuel had a great game, 19.1 points. He had a touchdown, I believe, rushing, but he did have like 7 catches. Josh Allen is MVP of the weekend, 38 points. My dad had him, huge. And Emeka Mbuka, another good performance there, one of the top wide receivers. So going through, I listed all the scoring, right? We're currently 5th. We're the first team not to score 100 to be in that ranking. This team's way ahead. It's cumulative scoring, so it's not matchups, it's just history style. Most points at the end of 6 weeks gets extra credit, 5 points. So it's not looking too good for us. Jared Goff did not have a good performance, and I don't know if the Lions are looking that good right now. Kyren Williams and James Cook both had good performances. Malik Neighbors had a pretty quiet game, as well as Mike Evans. Both of them I felt did really good, just didn't get a touchdown. Rashee Rice I think looks promising on his return. David Njoku is probably one of the biggest flops. A lot of people's tight ends did really good. Probably the biggest flop I have. Fairbairn and Chiefs defense. Chiefs defense did get 3 sacks, but just couldn't hold off the Chargers. They did force a fumble that they did not recover. So that's fantasy check-in. Let's head back to my decision on fantasy waiver wire. Okay, my decision on the fantasy waiver wire, right? I'm picking up Kayshon Boutte. Trevion Henderson does not have a good performance, so I want to drop. I want to keep him. I want depth. Cam Scatterbo is low, but I trust Cam Scatterbo. Do I trust Matthew Golden this weekend? I think I risk. We already have Najee Harris and Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is promising, and Najee Harris is the backup for the Chargers. Did have some usage there. I think I want to go Cam Scatterbo. He did have 2 catches and 2 carries. He did have -3 yards on those carries. I don't think anyone's going to pick him up, but I do like him. The Giants look much weaker than the Green Bay's offense, but I feel like I can pick up Cam Scatterbo later, like next weekend. I just hope he doesn't have a huge game against Dallas. That'd be the only reason that could go bad, but Matthew Golden's probably the next dude to go, and I'm probably going to pick up Cam Scatterbo next weekend for him, or if I get an injury to one of my new players. But that's what it's looking like right now. So let's drop Cam Scatterbo for $7. There we go. And now I have let's cancel this offer. I don't know why I have him dropping 2 guys. So I already made that update, but Harold Fanning Jr. for Colson Loveland, $13. Kayshon Boutte for Cam Scatterbo, $7. And then Rams defense, Chiefs defense, $0. That will process later tonight, and that's this brief first check-in. I don't think I'm going to do another fantasy check-in until next weekend, but my lineup is set, so that's one thing. My lineup is set. This is not going to change. You're not going to see any changes to this lineup. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking Nick Chubb for Trevion Henderson, but I still like Trevion Henderson, especially against the Dolphins. And Trevor Lawrence is going to be the starting QB again. So I'll see you again next week with another fantasy checkup. And thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.